I don't think people understand just how powerful the A-10 Thunderbolt II really is. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more incredible insights into military aviation. You might know it better as the Warthog, a name that reflects its rugged and unrefined appearance. It's a plane that looks like it was built around a gun, not the other way around. The design is so unique that it almost seems like the aircraft was an afterthought. And that gun? It's the GAU-8 Avenger, a 30mm cannon that's as legendary as the plane itself. This isn't just any gun, it's a marvel of engineering. It's so powerful. Folks say it can stop the A-10 mid-flight. Imagine the sheer force required to make an aircraft of this size and weight feel like it's hitting the brakes in mid-air. Like hitting the brakes in the air. This is not just a myth, it's a testament to the raw power of the GAU-8 Avenger. We're here to separate fact from fiction. There's a lot of lore surrounding the A-10 and its big gun, and we're going to dive deep into what makes this aircraft so special. The A-10 was built for one reason: to kill tanks. Its primary mission is to provide close air support to ground forces, and it excels at this role. It's a flying tank buster, designed to dish out punishment and take a beating. The A-10 can sustain significant damage and still complete its mission, thanks to its robust design and redundant systems. And the GAU-8 Avenger is the main ingredient in its recipe for destruction. This cannon is not just a weapon, it's a game changer on the battlefield. It's the kind of gun that makes you want to say "Bert" out loud. The sound of the GAU-8 firing is unmistakable and has become iconic in its own right. This ain't your grandpappy's pea shooter. The GAU-8 Avenger is a beast of a weapon, designed to deliver maximum damage with pinpoint accuracy. This thing fires depleted uranium rounds, which are basically like throwing a steel telephone pole at your enemy. These rounds are designed to penetrate the thick armor of tanks and other armored vehicles at 3,900 feet per second. That's faster than most bullets, and it gives the A-10 a significant advantage in combat. Yeah, you read that right. The speed and power of these rounds are enough to make any adversary think twice before engaging. It's enough to make even the toughest tank commander nervous. The A-10's reputation on the battlefield is well earned, and its presence can turn the tide of a conflict. But can it really stall the A-10? This is one of the most debated topics among aviation enthusiasts and military experts alike. Can this monstrous gun bring a plane to a standstill? Let's dig in. We're going to explore the mechanics, the myths, and the reality of the A-10 and its big gun. Stay tuned as we uncover the truth behind this incredible aircraft and its legendary weapon. The GAU-8 Avenger isn't just big and loud, it's a masterpiece of engineering. Let's break down the specs. This beast fires 30mm rounds, bigger than your thumb and twice as nasty. We're talking about a rate of fire that can empty a pickup truck full of ammo in less than a minute. Now, imagine the recoil. It's like trying to hold onto a jackhammer on steroids. The GAU-8 generates almost 10,000 pounds of force when it fires. That's like a full-grown elephant deciding to headbutt you in the opposite direction. Each round weighs about as much as a can of soup. But when you're firing them at almost 4,000 feet per second, those soup cans turn into serious projectiles. We're talking about enough force to punch through a tank's armor like it's wet cardboard. The GAU-8 is so powerful that its muzzle flash can be seen for miles. It's the kind of firepower that makes you glad you're on the right side of the trigger. Okay, so the GAU-8 packs a punch. This isn't just any gun, it's a 30mm rotary cannon capable of firing 3,900 rounds per minute. That's a lot of firepower. But can it really slow down, or even stall, the A-10? This question has intrigued aviation enthusiasts and engineers alike for years. Here's the physics lesson, folks. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. This principle, known as Newton's third law, is fundamental to understanding how forces interact. When the GAU-8 fires, it creates recoil. This recoil is essentially the gun pushing back against the plane with a force equal to the force of the bullets being fired forward. Think of firing a shotgun. You get pushed back, right? The force you feel is the recoil, and it's the same concept with the GAU-8, but on a much larger scale. Same idea here, but on a much bigger scale. The GAU-8's recoil is so powerful that it can generate a force of up to 10,000 pounds. Now imagine that shotgun blast pushing against a plane already flying through the air. The recoil force is significant enough to affect the plane's speed and trajectory. It's going to have an effect, no doubt. The question is, how much of an effect? Can it really cause the plane to stall? But a stall? That's where things get interesting. A stall occurs when the airflow over the wings is disrupted to the point where the wings can no longer generate lift. A stall happens when the airflow over a plane's wings is disrupted. This disruption can be caused by various factors, including angle of attack and airspeed. It's about lift, drag, and a whole bunch of other aerodynamic stuff. Lift is the force that keeps the plane in the air, while drag is the resistance the plane faces as it moves through the air. The GAU-8's recoil does create a force that acts against the plane's forward momentum. This force can momentarily slow the plane down, but it's not enough to cause a stall on its own. It's like trying to swim upstream against a strong current. The current is powerful, but if you're strong enough, you can still make progress. But here's the thing. The A-10 is a beast. It's designed to withstand extreme conditions and keep flying no matter what. It's got two huge, powerful engines designed to keep it flying, even under extreme conditions. These engines provide more than enough thrust to counteract the recoil force of the GAU-8. Plus, pilots are trained to handle the recoil. They know how to adjust their throttle and control surfaces to compensate for any changes in speed or trajectory. They adjust their throttle and control surfaces to compensate. This training ensures that the A-10 can continue its mission without any significant disruptions, even while firing its powerful GAU-8 cannon. Section 4. Straight from the cockpit, what the pilots say. So, we've got the theory, but what's the reality? I talked to some A-10 pilots, the folks who know this bird better than anyone. And you know what they say? The GAU-8's recoil is noticeable, for sure. It's like a gentle shove, not a sudden stop. They compare it to hitting a bump in the road. Uncomfortable maybe, but not enough to send you careening off course. These pilots are highly trained to handle the A-10's unique flying characteristics. They train specifically to manage the recoil, adjusting their throttle and control inputs to counteract any slowing effect. They say it becomes second nature, like a dance between man and machine. And as for stalling the plane, they just laugh. One pilot told me, "The A-10 is built like a tank and it flies like one too. That gun is powerful, but it ain't stalling this bird." So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. Or should I say, the Warthog's cockpit. Section 5. Myth busted? The final verdict on the A-10 stall rumor. So, can the GAU-8 Avenger really stall the A-10 Warthog? This question has been the subject of much debate and speculation among aviation enthusiasts and military personnel alike. The answer, my friends, is a resounding, probably not. But let's dive deeper into why this myth has persisted and what the actual facts are. While the recoil is significant and the physics are there, the reality is a bit more nuanced. The GAU-8 Avenger, with its massive 30mm rounds, does produce a substantial amount of recoil. However, the A-10 Warthog was specifically designed to handle this force. The A-10 is a beast of a plane, designed to handle the GAU-8's kick. Its airframe is built to absorb the shock, and its engines are positioned in such a way to counteract the recoil. This design ensures that the plane remains stable even when firing its powerful gun. And the pilots who fly it are some of the best in the business, trained to manage the recoil and keep the plane flying straight and true. These pilots undergo rigorous training to master the intricacies of the A-10, ensuring they can handle any situation that arises. It's a testament to the engineering marvel that is the A-10 Warthog and the skills of the men and women who fly it. The plane's design, combined with the expertise of its pilots, makes it one of the most formidable aircraft in the sky. They say truth is stranger than fiction, but sometimes truth is just as entertaining. The myth of the A-10 stalling due to its own gun is a perfect example of this. It's a story that captures the imagination, even if it's not entirely accurate. And let's be honest, the image of a plane being stopped in its tracks by its own gun, that's just too good of a story not to tell, even if it is a bit of an exaggeration. It's a tale that has been passed down through the ranks, growing more dramatic with each retelling. That's just too good of a story not to tell, even if it is a bit of an exaggeration. The idea of a plane being halted mid-air by its own weapon is both humorous and intriguing, making it a favorite among aviation myths. It's like saying your uncle's fishing stories get a little wilder every time he tells them. Each time the story is told, a new detail is added, making it even more unbelievable and entertaining. So the next time you hear someone say the GAU-8 can stall the A-10, you can smile knowingly and set the record straight. You can explain the engineering marvel that is the A-10 and how it was designed to handle the powerful recoil of its gun, or you can just nod along and enjoy the legend. After all, some stories are just too good to ruin. Sometimes it's more fun to let the myth live on, adding a bit of mystery and excitement to the world of aviation. After all, some stories are just too good to ruin. The legend of the A-10 stalling due to its own gun is one of those tales that will likely continue to be told for years to come, a testament to the power of storytelling and the allure of the extraordinary. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating aviation stories and myths debunked. Thanks for watching.